Hello, everybody. How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing? Oh, I keep dropping this doggone earpiece, y'all. They just don't want me to be great. So while I'm figuring that out and figuring out, like, I'm waiting on people to come in. Hi, everybody, tonight. Welcome to the chat. I'm glad y'all here with me tonight. If this is your first time with us, welcome. If you've been with us before, welcome back. And if you just slid by and saw the title and decided to click on, welcome. Welcome, Nikita Travel. Please holler at me. Let me know who's in the chat. Before we get started tonight, I will be telling y'all a little bit about our couples group trip. So if you're 18 years and older, have a passport, or looking to get your passport, you can come with us to Belize. Yes, we're looking to go to Belize in September. So, if you're interested and think you know of other people that are interested, please visit our Facebook group at Affordable Couples Travel, Kita Travel. Put your email in the messenger, and we will send you the information as well as the survey. So, now that we got that business taken care of, thank y'all for watching. And we're going to see who all comes into the building. But let me also tell you what else we're talking about today. You guys, we're going to be reacting to horror vacations. Now, I don't want to scare y'all because our whole vacation is not going to be horror, okay? I don't want to scare nobody. I don't want to scare nobody. So, yeah. And also, y'all, have some great news. Have some great news. 2 weeks, and we headed to our next vacation. If you didn't see our following vacation, yeah, it was business slash, a little getaway road trip. Please check that out. That's on our channel. It is our trip vlog to Florida. And we had a good little time, y'all. We found a beach that you can actually park your car and if you're adventurous, but because you can't get stuck in the sand, so you have to keep moving it up when the tides come in. But yeah, check that out. Check that out. It was cute, quaint, straight to the point. We also found a mixology type of ice cream bar, which was pretty cool as well. So y'all check that vlog out on the channel if you have not. It was really cute. But our next vacation is actually a celebration for someone. And when we get back from that vacation, then the next week we'll be celebrating someone else's accomplishments. And then after that, we have my birthday party. So, yeah, we have a lot going on in the next few weeks coming up. So, please, if y'all are not subscribed to the channel so y'all can see all these videos that we got going on, please subscribe. Make sure you like and check us out. But I've been on for a good 5 minutes. People been popping in, popping out. So I'm going to go ahead, share my screen, and we're going to react to some of these TikToks. All right. So let's get to it, y'all. Let's see. Let's start with her first. The reason why I want to start with her is because it looked like her wedding anniversary just wasn't her thing. Let me share. Let me go back and share. with y'all what I'm doing so y'all can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to go to her and we're going to hear what the girl has to talk about.
I feel like everybody has a Mexico vacation horror story, so I thought I would share mine because we're actually coming up on the anniversary of it. So this time last year, I went to Tulum with my friends for my 24th birthday. First day we get there, everything is fine. Second day we head out to the club, and drinks in Mexico are cheap, so your girl was fucked up, right? We're all super drunk, dancing in the club, and then swag surf comes on. And as a group of black girls, obviously we're gonna show out because hello. And I literally have PTSD every time I hear this song now. So we're all swag surfing, and then all of a sudden, I just collapsed. I'm conscious, but I can't stand back up. Like, I try to stand up and I instantly fall back down. My knee is killing me. I look down, it's swollen to the size of like a grapefruit. I'm like, what is going on? But I'm drunk, so I don't think about it. Stay tuned for part two. I feel like every
Oops.
Oh my goodness. Did y'all hear about that girl, that high school
Stop,
girl?
stop, stop talking. Back. Here. Stop her from talking. Hold on. Stop her from talking. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we say this a lot. Hold on. I think I'm kind of going in and wrong. Let the internet decide what it want to do right. It's thinking if it's going to give me life or not, y'all. So I don't know if I'm paused or not. I'm not sure. Oh, let me see if I'm paused. Let me see. Let me see. Come back to me now. Oh, man. Hold on, y'all. All right, I'm back. I'm full effect. Hmm. Give me a second, y'all. Let me go back in. Hmm. Okay, y'all. Wait, don't fall. Okay, we back good. All right, let me tell you. Like I tell people that come to New Orleans, remember your manners. Remember how you act. But I know we on vacation and we think it's okay to drink till we drop and like we don't have no common sense. Y'all have to be careful in these people countries, y'all. Where did they go? Oh, y'all gotta be careful in these people countries. Y'all need to not drink till you can't know where you at. Like that ain't cool, man. But I know you want to have fun. Just have fun in moderation. All right, let's move to the next one. I want her, even though it's another part one. But let's listen to it.
So y'all, let me tell y'all how
Oh, that's
my 25th birthday trip basically turned into me allowing someone else to have a free trip off of my dime, even though it was my birthday.
hold on, y'all. I gotta get to part one. I'm on part three. Well, you know what? Let me back up. Oh, that was part one. Ain't what I want. Let's go back. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. 'Cause she got a whole part 3 going on and stuff. Okay, let's call her.
Okay, y'all, I'm back. I spoke with a few lawyers and they recommended that I do not say the name of the travel group. So if you're here for that, y'all can hop off. But many people in the comments said the name of the travel group, which speaks to a few people's experiences and just like them needing to get it together. The intent isn't to bash a business or bring up other black business, but the intent is to share my experience and let y'all know the truth of what really happened. So the trip was to go to Kenya, Tanzania, and Zanzibar, those three locations. I went 2 days early with my friend and had a blast in Nairobi, like so much fun. And in those 2 days, I was like, dang, like I could have planned this myself. But when it comes to safaris, wildlife, that's something that's completely out of my control because I have no connections within the country, which is why I booked this travel group. Stayed with the travel group for 7 nights in total. The way the itinerary went was we were supposed to stay at each location for 2 nights, except for the third location. We only stayed there for one night. First place that we go to, it was not listed on the itinerary, but the person who was leading the travel group was just very honest. She
Hi.
said that this is an upgrade that they gave us, they meaning whoever she booked within the country for
I'm
our
from the
stay. The
States.
place was nice, and I was like, okay, like this is cute, but that's 2 out of the 7 days, the 7 nights, matter of fact, that we are with each other. Bear in mind that I'm just addressing the accommodations issue, not even the other things that were completely just ridiculous on the trip. So with the second location that we go to after 2 nights at the first one, I'm like, okay, like I don't like this. Like this is literally a campsite. I paid not even $5,000. $5,200 is what I paid the travel group, excluding my fight with my flight. It was around $6,800 that I paid in total for the trip, aside miscellaneous things, right? So I wasn't too happy with the second itinerary. This is something that I knew was going to happen. Cool, like it's wildlife. I'm in the middle of nowhere. What should I expect, right? My issue was the amount of driving that we were doing. Literally, a person got sick. Our driver got sick because of the amount of driving that he was doing. Like, it was ridiculous. And bear in mind, y'all, with leaving a place at 7 a.m., right, for us to reach at 2 p.m. or even 4 p.m. in these areas, in the Serengeti and in the Serengeti and in Ngorongoro, there's not much to do once night falls, right? Because you want to make sure that you're safe and that you're in your room, or being escorted by someone because there's wildlife, there's hyenas, there's zebras, there's animals all around you. So the reason why I was saying the itinerary was poorly planned is because each location, as I said in my previous post, was hours apart. And I don't mean like calm 2, 3 hours. As I asked the CEO, I'm like, how long is it going to take us to get to the next location? She says, oh, maybe like 3 hours. And I was like, okay, at least it's not five. These locations end up being 5 to 12 hours apart, right? So she's not being honest. These are things that I'm able to Google for
Obviously,
myself.
she
And
didn't
she
know
knows
what she
that,
was taking.
she knows where she's taking it. Like, you know, all right, so let's skip that. That's the second location, right? We get to the third location and I was so excited because I'm like, okay, this is gonna be an exhale because this is actually in a hotel. I look up the hotel, it's mad nice. I'm like, there's it's a little more there, right? So I'm excited to go to the next location. Y'all, we pull up to the location. I'm like, wait, this is not a hotel. Like, this is not what's listed on the itinerary. Y'all, not only is it another campsite, but it's the absolute worst campsite that I've ever been to in my entire life. Like a literal tent, like a tent that's movable. Like, and they even said like, I keep saying like, but they even said that for this specific tent, it's a tent in which they move around. They don't stay in that location. So as the wind blows, I'm blowing with the tent, and I'm like, yo, like this is I paid $5,200, so that's when I break down and cry, right? I asked to have a conversation with the CEO, who's literally like two tents down from me. She doesn't want to have the convo in person, so I call her. I'm like, so where we staying
Wow.
tonight? Because this is not what was listed on the itinerary. She comes again with the same story. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out right now. Like, I don't know why they keep putting us in places that we weren't, that weren't on the itinerary. I did this and I did that, and in my head, I'm like, nah, you're lying because from when you seen that we were not at the right location, you should have sent a message to the chat saying, "Hey, ladies, like, don't unpack your things," or "Ladies, like, this is not what's on the itinerary." Once again, I'm figuring it out. Like, don't even unpack. Don't take your luggage out the safari truck. None of that. So at this point, I'm like, oh, like I've been bamboozled. Like at this point, I'm expecting for the next location to be one that was not on the itinerary. And lo and behold, as we're in the Zanzibar airport getting our checked luggage, she comes up to me and says, like, Serena, once again, the travel company that I booked with, they're
Wow.
saying that we have to go to a different location and blah, blah, blah. But good thing this hotel is an 8-minute walk away from the beach. In my head, I'm like, the hotel listed on the itinerary in Zanzibar is on the beach. What you mean, good thing this is only an 8-minute walk with? You know what I'm saying? Also, like, she basically played in my face. Um, I was very, very sad about it. Still pretty disappointed about it because my time was wasted. It wasn't even like as much of a money thing more than it was a time thing. Like, imagine just feeling hopeless in a foreign country, away from the city, away from an airport, the closest thing being 5 hours away. That feeling, I don't wish it on anyone. So yeah, if y'all have any more questions, please ask them. I'm gonna try to reply to them like literally as soon as y'all ask. And yeah, again, this is not to bash the business. This is to share my experience, and to let y'all know what personally happened. And everything that I said in this video was completely facts and all truth.
I'm wishing you're not doing makeup pretty. All right, that one was yeah, that was a little weird. You have to be careful when you book these out of state places for your trips. Okay, I'll friend you. Let me find you on YouTube real quick. Let's see. Hold on. HS underscore haircut. Hold on, I'm trying to find you on YouTube. Mhm. HS. Is it two underscores or one underscore? Underscore. Yeah, cut. Hmm. Trying to find you. I don't see you. Oh, hold on. Right. HS. All right, I got you. I got you. Mm, all right, I just subscribed. I just subscribed to you. So subscribe to me, okay? All right, let's go. All right, let's go back. to her vacations and see what I find. Mm, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh, okay. Thank you. Back to TikTok. We're gonna play her. Let's add her. Oops. Oh, she. Mhm. To the stage. Let's. Hmm. Hold on, let me find her. Oh no, that's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. Thank you, thank you. I'm sorry, I haven't been looking at my subscribers, so I didn't know the names wasn't showing up. I was having issues, but now I know. Thank you. Let's see. Let's go back down. Videos. And let's see. Trying to find the one I want to watch, and I can't find it now. I thought I had put it on here. I'm sorry. Let's see. Okay, let's go to her.
Okay, I just had some really good wine, so let me finish telling this story so I can go to sleep. So, where was I at? The ATM. So I go up to the ATM. I'm not really about to get this man 50 extra euros. So I pull out like 20 more euros. And I don't really want to give him that. So I go over to him. I was like, hey, look, you drove me halfway. I'm going to give you 60 euros. He's like, no, no, that's not good enough, B. That's not good enough. Da, 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 blah. And now that we're up by the metro, there are other people walking by. So I'm like, obviously, like, somebody's gonna like stop and like look and see what's going on. And I'm yelling at him and I'm like, low key, like, is anybody gonna help? Everybody is minding their business. Like it's midnight, it's probably like 1 at this point. Like nobody's trying to stop for me. So they're watching me yell, minding their business. I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, I'm alone in this. He tries to grab the money out of my hand that I just took out of the ATM. So we get to fighting again. Again, we are up here now at the top of the little metro stairs fighting again. I throw the 20 at him, the 20 euro, because at this point, like, he's literally like grabbing me and I feel like I'm really about to get hurt. So I throw the 20 euro. I'm like, here, like, run and get that, but like, leave me alone. Like, you're not getting anything else from me. So he picks the money up. He goes, I'm sitting here, like, I wait till he leaves, but now I'm crying because I'm in the middle of a country I have never been to. I'm out here with no way for anybody to get to me. And what I'm going to do? So I pull up the Uber app again, because I'm not about to take the metro into the city at 1 o'clock. That's just not smart. I don't know it. Pull up Uber. Now Uber is like, I think it was like 60 something from like where I was now. Cool, whatever amount it is now, I'm just going to call it. I get in the Uber, I'm crying the whole way to the hotel, and this is my introduction to Rome. So you would think that like I would obviously never want to come back to this country, right? Because it's a horrible, horrible introduction. Somehow, some way, I'm not super turned off from the country. I just think that that was like a one-off incident that now I can be like, all right, I know better than to trust these taxi men on what they say. I know to organize my transportation ahead of time with Rome. Lesson learned. But am I crazy? Should I like cancel Italy altogether? Okay, I just had some really good wine, so let me finish telling this story so I can go to sleep.
Okay. I think I did a story time on my channel on a similar thing that happened to me and hubby in, I think we were in DR. And we, again, this before I was a travel advisor, y'all. I didn't book a car. So, oh, actually, I take that back. Hubby said he wanted to rent a car. He wanted to drive when we got there. So when we got there, the I had arranged car, the rental car. Hold on, y'all, because this is distracting me. Let me turn her off quick. And we're gonna go back there in a second. But hubby wanted to rent a car. So I went ahead and hooked up the rental car and everything for when we got to the airport. So when we got to the airport, we thinking that the rental car place is gonna be in the airport. Y'all, that's another thing for another day, and I'm gonna have to do a story time to let y'all know and give y'all some tips. Actually, I'm gonna give y'all a tip now. If the rental car place is not in the airport and they got to pick you up and bring you outside away from the airport, don't rent. Okay, so we went ahead and they told us we had to meet across the street from the airport, come out of the airport, go across the street, and our driver that was going to pick us up to take us to the rental car place. Okay, so we did that, and we dragged all our bags across the street, and we waited. When we waited, the they finally came with the car to bring us to the rental car place. When we got to the rental car place, everything that was told us when we booked was not it. Like they wanted to hold like $2,000 on our card. Plus, we had already had the insurance, and we had already paid for the deposit online because they tell you to pay for the deposit online, and we had already paid for the car online. So this was an extra $2,000 because they said we didn't have their license, and it was just a whole bunch of hoopla, right? And hubby has an international driver's license. So with an international driver's license, you shouldn't have to get another driver's license. But it was here nor there with what they had going on. It was all shiesty because when we went over to Hertz, not Hertz, I think it was Enterprise or Avis, one of them, they said that it wasn't supposed to be all that. But anyway, they were out of calls. So anyway, we once we had got, because we made them bring us back to the airport. When we got back to the airport, we went to the local. We went to I think it was Enterprise. It might have been somebody else, but I think it was. I'm more than sure it was Enterprise. It's been so long ago, and they stated that it was nothing like that. All you had to do was pay your deposit and your rental, and they were like, "Don't deal with those type of people. They just shiesty." So, but they didn't have any cars, so we was like, you know what? Let's just get a rental car. So, needless to say, long story short, we found a driver. So the driver we found told us that it was going to be $100. Well, um, I was like, $100 to get to our resort? Like, yeah, $100. I was like, mm-mm. Let's find another one. So we went to another driver, and he was like $30. And so it was like, I go from 100 to 30. Hold on, because he too low. Because Hubby was like, come on, he thought I'm like, he too low. Let's ask somebody else. So we asked the next guy. And the next guy was like 60. And Hubby was like, I'm taking the 30. See, they scamming. They just scamming. So we went ahead and we got in the car. As we got in the car, Hubby asked him again. He was like, okay, this is the location. You can show $30. He said, $30, 30 USD. I said, okay. So we got in the car and he started pulling off out of the airport. When he started pulling off out of the airport, he states it's going to be 100 USD, okay? And hubby said, no, you told me that. No, speak English. 100 USD. Hubby said, turn this around. I said, hubby, we already in the car. We put the bags in the car. Like, we were almost out of the airport. Like, you had to go down this little road around to get out of the airport. So we almost out of the airport. And hubby was like, turn it around. I'm like, no, hubby, come on. I'm tired. We've been traveling all day. I just want to get to our resort and relax. Get a man $100. And hubby was like, you lucky. You lucky, my wife. Hold up. Let's do at least 80. And he was like, okay, 80, okay. And so hubby was like, and you owe me a beer. So I was like, okay. So he's driving, so he stopped and he got a beer, whatever. And he was smiling. The guy was smiling, laughing, but hubby didn't think it was funny at all because he was angry at that point. But I'm like, we're on vacation. Let's just, chalk it up or whatever. But yeah, so you have to be careful with them drivers. It gave her a bad taste. It gave us a bad taste too when we got there, because needless to say, our trip went downhill from there. But it's I think the trip did the trip go downhill. No, I take it back. That trip went uphill. That was not the DR. I take it back. I think it was Costa Rica. I want to say, but it went up from there. I think it was. I don't remember where it was, y'all. I'm not gonna put countries on blast because I don't know where it is, but you have to be careful any country you go to. All my countries running together, but I bet you if I call her being here right now, he'll know which country it was. I just can't remember which country it was, but I promise you, when I have him on the camera, on our next time he's on the camera, I'm gonna get him to tell y'all where that was. But I'm really thinking it was DR. I'm not sure. Anywho, that's here nor there. Let's go ahead and listen to the next horror story. Y'all, and this is off topic. This is off topic. This is off topic. But I think I want to get a group trip, y'all, for in the States. So people don't have to have passports and things like that, just in the States. And I'm gonna see what people thinking about that. I'm gonna actually put that in affordable couple travels key to travel as well for my Bali trip. I'm gonna try for my Belize trip. I'm gonna also try to do a um a group trip in the States, and I'm thinking about doing it next year. Because this year we kind of got a lot of things going on, unless I do it in October. I don't know. We'll convene on that. That was just off topic because I saw something. And when things catch me off guard, I speak on them to speak them into existence. Okay. But anyway, let me go back to TikTok, and see what is the next one we're going to talk about. Come on over. Where is it? Y'all, let's see. Let's see who we got. Let's see who we got. So, I think we should. I just saw it. Mm-hmm. There she go. All right. Okay. Oops. Let's go back. Okay. Let me go back here and get her back to the stage. And come here and
My first trip out of the country ended up being my worst traveling experience ever. Okay, so we get to the resort and everything looks great, right? Everything looks nice. We think we're about to have a relaxing time. And going into the next day, we get on some jet skis, get splashed in the face with all this Pacific Ocean water. Then we get to see sea lions and then have a nice dinner. But then, boom, your girl wakes up sick. And girl, you know what else we wake up to? A pipe bursting in the resort, and we don't have no water. None. No water. We can't even take a shower. We can't do anything. We can't even flush a toilet. And then we don't even have no AC. We were in the hotel room sweating, stuck in the hotel room for hours, can't do none of our planned activities because we won't be able to take a shower afterward. And here I am sitting in his face trying to entertain myself. Hello, are you gonna talk to me? So then we tried to take a trip to Walmart, right? Now we're in a foreign country. We don't know how to call a taxi on our own. So our hotel called our taxi for us. And he said he would wait for us to come out of Walmart. But we come out of Walmart and this man is gone and now we're stranded. So we're worried, but luckily we found another taxi driver. He took us back to the hotel. And then when we get back to the resort, we see everybody lined up ready to go home. Because the water is still not on after them telling us all day, yeah, the water will be back up in about an hour and a half. But unfortunately, we had to stay another night and we wake up having to wash our face with water bottles, brush our teeth with water bottles, and take a shower with water bottles because the water is still not on. And then your girl woke up with mosquito bites. Like, acne. I don't even understand. And my period started, bro. I was so ready to go. I have never been so happy to leave from a vacation, to go home from a vacation ever in my life. I could not wait to land. Story time. I'm going to tell you how my first trip out of the
Y'all, that had to be the most horrible thing that could have happened. What that resort should have done was take everybody and find other resorts to put them in. You understand me? Like, it wasn't their guest's fault. You know what I'm saying? They should have found other places to put these guests. That was ridiculous, man. That I would have been cutting up, baby. But I'm gonna tell you another story time. I had a group trip that it wasn't supposed to be a group, it turned into a group trip, let's see it. And one of an our resort, not resort, we got an Airbnb. The water went off when we were trying to get ready for New Year's Eve, y'all. We were going out for New Year's Eve, and the water and the lights went off. Child, bye. That caused it. The whole vacation was horrible after that. Even though we had lights and all that stuff, but then we started getting scammed by drivers. It just started being a whole lot of, and I think because I hosted that, I probably lost friends behind that one, y'all. Ooh, but maybe it was for the best. I don't know. Maybe it had to happen like that. So when I do plan them correctly, yeah, the right people go with me. I don't know. I digress. Let me move on, y'all. Before I go down the rabbit hole. Let me just move on. Talk about rabbit hole. I need to be going. So let's find our next one, y'all. Let's find our next. Because I'm telling you the truth. I know which one I want, but let's see. Let's go with let's go with her. Oh, wait, girl, wait, girl. You're doing too much, mama. Okay, let me see. Let me add you to the conversation, okay? Because you're just going too fast, bro.
Kana. They had no power, no food. She barely ate anything. So my mom decided to make her raviolis and chicken parm to die for. She texted us, all I want is McDonald's. If that is not youngest child, little sister core, just anything to piss the people off around you. So that's all she wanted was McDonald's. So we have the McDonald's waiting for her. She's coming back, and we're gonna have a whole debrief about how Punta Cana was and how many rules she broke. T-minus 6 minutes before Isabella comes home. We're all waiting. How does everyone feel?
I'm excited. Can't wait for my baby to get home.
Ooh. Oh. Good moods or bad mood?
I'm gonna be tired from traveling.
All right, so bad mood. What do you think? I think it's gonna be very bipolar.
She wants McDonald's. I think she'll be happy for about 5 minutes.
Where is the McDonald's? I thought we got it.
No, she wants me to go with her.
Yes. And then can I get
Isabella, how was your trip, and would you go again? And what do you recommend to the people that are going next week?
Okay, so I stayed at, can I say where I stayed?
Yeah.
Republica, and it was the worst experience I've ever had in my whole entire life. The days were so much fun. And like the bars that came with like the package in Just College was so much fun too. But like the electric went out, so we couldn't charge our phones, and all our phones were dead for like from the night we went out to the next morning at night. Like it was so bad. Then we had no running water. My friend got stuck in our bathroom.
Her friend had to kick the bathroom down because she was locked in there.
Yeah, so one of my like girlfriends were locked in the bathroom. One of the guys had to kick it down because it was so bad. And then that happened. The food's actually disgusting. I think that it was the resort that was just the problem. But like during the day, like being at the pool and like not being in the room, it was so much fun. Like I would do that again. But it was the room. It was disgusting. The floors were disgusting. The beds were gross. Like they didn't really clean the room. They brought it, like when they would bring in new towels, the towels would be dirty. Like they would have shit on them. Yeah, no, it's really gross. And also the room keys deactivate every time the power went off, and the power went off at least 11 times.
So they couldn't get into
the room. And then we went down to go get another key, and they wouldn't give it to us because we had all the room keys in our room that we couldn't get in. So we had to go get the room keys, they said, to give us a new key. But how would we do that?
If you're going next week,
I suggest either staying at a different hotel, staying at the Hard Rock, because that hotel is so nice, and I wish we stayed there.
Or just like prepare
yourself for the absolute worst.
Yeah,
because you're not eating for 4 days.
Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, the electric being out is unacceptable.
The water.
Yeah, the electric. Like we had to
handle those guests. You can't take those reservations.
It's
not right.
We had to sit in the lobby because, of course, just the lobby. So our side of the hotel went off. Like the hallways were pitch black, but the other side of the hotel was working. The lobby was working. Like, I'm sorry, that just doesn't make sense. So we all were sitting in the lobby charging our phones, but also some of the outlets in the lobby didn't work. So we were like going back and forth. But then when we went to the Hard Rock for like the first time, it was so nice, and we ended up going there like after every night. But and we just charged our phones there. But that hotel is so nice, like so nice. Not anything like the one we stayed at. And I think that if we stayed there, we would have had a better time. But like the days were so much fun. The bars were definitely like interesting, but like of course that's what you're gonna get for like Punta Cana. But like overall, the trip was like an 8 out of 10. With all the incidents happening, it brings it down to 2. Because like imagine going to the beach all day, going in the pool, whatever, and going back to your room, and you can't get in your room, so you have to walk a mile to the lobby, and then you also want to shower and get ready for the bar, but you can't shower because your water doesn't run. So like it was just a series of events, but it made the trip original. So
good story time.
Jack wants to know: Spring break 2026. Will it be Disney with your mom?
I do want to go Disney. I don't know if it can be for spring break, but.
And how many rules did you break from all
every single one?
Oh.
Ooh. So now is when you stop eating.
You look really tan. Like, get away from me. And that's all. Thank God that she's home, and anyone going, please be safe.
Either good luck, be safe,
or honestly just cancel.
Let's cut the camera so we can beat her now.
Oh, yeah. My little sister is unhinged. She's coming back from spring break.
Well, her sister sounded like she thought she was being a brat. But I think, and I'll be honest, that Punta Cana has a bad rap. Because that was my first official group trip that I didn't, I wasn't a travel advisor, by the way. But yeah, I think if it would have been anywhere else, I would have planned a trip to go. yeah, I think we would have had a great time. Punta yeah, Punta I hate it for y'all. I really hate it for y'all. I hate it for y'all. Okay. Now, let's check out her.
I hate traveling with my family for the pure fact
Mm-hmm.
that I feel 15 years old when I travel with them, and for some reason, everyone also thinks I'm like a 15-year-old. Me and my family are going through TSA. I am 20 years old. We go up to the TSA agent together because we're all traveling together. And I go to hand her my ID, and she goes, I only need your ID if you're over 18 years old. And I just shut my mouth. I was like, I know I look younger. And my parents didn't say anything. The woman takes it a step further and starts lecturing me about how I need to be grateful and that teenagers want to grow up so quickly. She then turns to me and is like, one day you're going to have to pay rent and you won't have free vacations and be able to live with your family. And that's when I kind of snapped. And my family also wasn't saying anything. I shoved my ID at her. I said, I'm 20 years old and I do pay rent and I don't live with my parents. And the woman was fucking flabbergasted. The icing on the cake was, instead of apologizing to me, she hands me my ID back and tells me to get to the back of the TSA line again, and that since I'm a grown adult, I have to go through by myself and without my family. And she let my family through, and I had to get into the back of the line just to wait and give this bitch my ID again. I hate traveling with
You know when the thing is, guys, you can't be rude to three people in the airport. Okay? Three people you cannot be rude to. Number one is the gate agents. You cannot be rude to them. Reason being, because you won't get on your flight. The second people that you don't want to be rude to, you guys, at the airport is the TSA agents because they can stop you from flying, you guys. Or if not stop you from flying, making it very difficult for you to get through TSA to get to your flight on time. And the last person that you want to definitely not piss off is the people at the ticket counter. Reason being is they can help you get perks on your flight. Three people you don't want to get mad at, but the top one you really don't want to make mad is who she pissed off, a TSA agent. And that's why she had to go her tail to the back of the line. And luckily, she wasn't late for her flight. Anywho, let's move on. Move on. I'm moving on and I digress. I digress, you guys. Because you know what? We just gonna go ahead on to the next one. Let's just go ahead on to the next. Oh, come on. What did you do?
Today I'm going to be talking about my Mexican horror story.
Okay, I've been contemplating on telling this story for a while now, but ever since I seen this video, I'm like, okay. So my friend and I went to Cancun. This was about 5 years ago. Our first mistake was we weren't staying at a resort. We got an Airbnb. Our Airbnb was so sketchy. Like once we arrived, there was like worker girls outside. There were soldiers. So yeah, that was like kind of really weird. We didn't get to Cancun until really late at night. So when we got there, we're like, oh, let's go out for dinner, like get all dressed up. So we got all dressed up, like we put on wigs, we did our makeup, we had our dress on. And anyways, we went down to the hotel zone and we went out to have like a nice dinner. So we went out for dinner and got some drinks. We had a glass of wine each, I'm pretty sure. And we also rented a car, which is a big no that we found out later. So on our way back to the Airbnb, we come up to a check stop. So at the check stop, there is a million cars getting pulled over. And so when it came up to our time, the officer was there. He asked to smell my friend's breath. and they don't have like a proper breathalyzer there. So he literally went out with his hands and told her to blow in it like this. And he smelt it and he says, "Ma'am, you're coming with me." So my friend starts to get ready and get out the car with him. They start walking. I'm sitting there like, well, what the hell? What's going on? She has everything in the car still, her purse, her wallet, everything. So I start gathering our things. I see the tow truck coming. I'm like, oh shit, like the car is getting towed. And I'm sitting there like, well, what the hell do I do? I don't speak Spanish. How can I get back to the Airbnb safely? How long are they going to have my friend? I see her walking down into what looks like a bush. They have a trailer down there. And I'm like, what the hell? So, anyways, I'm sitting there wondering what the hell to do. A guy comes up to the car. He's like, "Hola, chica," speaking all in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I said, "No hablo español." And he says, "Wait, wait." And he comes back with another guy. This other guy comes and he says, "I speak English. I seen your friend. I'm going to help you out. You're going to have to come back and for part 2. I'm sorry."
Today I'm going to be talking about.
I don't know if I want to hear about to you. Because I'm going to tell you. I done heard some horror stories. Oops. Because, yeah, I have definitely heard some bad ones. And, yeah, what's going on? Let me see. Okay. Let's do this one.
So I'm that girl who went to Miami on a second date with a guy and got ghosted while we were there. And he did a lot of weird things, but here's something I think is really weird in hindsight. He was black, and I'm clearly also black. And multiple times he proactively brought up, he's like, "Oh yeah, people think I'm the type of guy to like date white women, like blah blah. Like people always think that, ha ha ha." And the thing is, I never asked, and he brought it up multiple times. And then after I found out he was a shit show, and like I put it on TikTok, and like the saga unfolded, I had multiple women slide in my DMs, and it was just funny because like out of like the 4 or 5 women from his like past, present, future who slid into my DMs, like over half of them were white. And then I found out he was married and his wife was white. I'm not saying there's a problem with this, but it was just so weird how he went out of his way to like say he doesn't date white women, then to like basically like only date white women or half white women. And I just don't know why he felt the need to lie about this. Like he felt the need to lie about like a lot of stuff, but why go out of your way to lie about this? Like it was something I never ever asked about. And like you went out of your way not only to lie about it, but lie about it multiple times, like unprompted. So men out there, like I'm soliciting your opinion to see like why you think he's doing this.
Uh, no comment on that, y'all. No comment. I'm sorry. I thought it was a horror story, but she said she got ghosted in Miami. I thought the story was going to go a little different, but I guess not. So, I digress. All right, let's go one more, and then I'm going to call it a night. Let's see. Let's go with her. Just because I like her one. Let's go. All right, here we go. Why can't I get her? Okay, I don't know why she won't play on here, but I don't know why she won't. Oops.
I use not one, not
Wait,
two,
no,
but 3
hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's see. What do we want now? Okay, let's play her.
Okay, so let me tell you about the time that I ended up going to Tulum with a girl that I met on Bumble BFF. So me and this girl ended up connecting on Bumble BFF, but we actually became really good friends, and we were friends for about 6 months. And then my birthday was coming up, so she was like, "Oh, we got to turn up for your birthday." I'm like, "Yes, for sure." She's like, "Oh, we should go to Tulum." I'm like, "Oh, I've never been to Tulum, so we definitely got to go." So we ended up booking our flight the same day, and it was cool because we had never got into it. It was always cool, calm, copacetic between us, so I really wasn't worried about traveling with her. But then again, you really don't know somebody until you travel with them. So we ended up flying from Miami to Cancun. Mind you, when you go to Tulum, you have to fly into Cancun first, and then you have to drive into Tulum. I think it's like an hour, 2 hour drive. I can't remember. Anyway, so we get to Cancun. We go straight to the rental car place to get a rental car. So we end up getting a rental car, and we're like, okay, before we end up getting on the road to Tulum, we're going to go to the hotel zone of Cancun, get some food, and get hydrated, whatever. And then we'll get on the road. So on our way there, she's speeding. She's always driving fast. That's just how she drives. Mind you, I don't have a driver's license, so she's the only one that's driving. So she gets on the highway. She starts driving. She ends up hitting a pothole. The hubcap on one of the tires flies off. So I'm like, damn, what was that? And she was like, I don't know. I think it was the hubcap. She's like, damn, they gonna probably charge me for that. I was like, yeah, probably. But anyway, so we ended up going to the restaurant or whatever. We get out, we look at the car, hubcap going like we thought it was. Like, damn. So we go eat, whatever. We come back out to the car. When we go to start the car's not starting. So I'm like, no, that's not it. Like, we got to go back to the rental car place because we can't drive to Tulum with a car that's like faulty like this. Like, that's not safe. She's like, yeah, but she's like, if we take the car back, they definitely gonna say something about the tire. And I was like, no, not if we like go in and like really be heavy on the fact that the car wasn't starting and how unsafe that is for us because it's the middle of the night. We don't want to be stuck in the middle of Mexico. We need a new car because the car is not starting. That was the storyline that I wanted to go with, right? And I thought we was on the same page going to the rental car place. So as soon as we get back to the rental car place, she flips the script, right? I don't know what possessed her to take this route, but she decided that she was going to cuss out the people at the rental car place over the tire. So she gets out the car. She's like, do you see this? That's the first thing she says. And I'm like,
Why?
She's like, do you see this? And she points to the tire, and the guy looks at it, and he's like, what happened? And she's like, you guys gave me a car with a faulty tire. He's like, we didn't give you this car like this. He's like, we would never send a car out with the hubcap going. And he's like, the rim is bent, so you hit something. She goes in. She's like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. She's like, y'all gave me this car like this. Y'all gave me this car like this. Y'all don't have any proof that this car had all 4 hubcaps on it. And he was like, I promise you, we did not send you out with this car without the hubcap on it, which was valid. But she's trying to convince this man of a lie. Like, she really trying to gaslight him, but it's not working because the guy's like, we can give you a new car tonight, but you're going to have to pay for the damages on this car because the rim is bent and it's clearly bent and we would never send a car out like this. So then she says, okay, but just imagine that if this was your daughter stuck out here in the middle of the night with a car like this. And that made him really mad. So then he started going in. He's like he's cussing her out. They cussing each other out, mind you. Now this bitch is in a screaming match with this dude. And we're in Mexico, mind you. So I'm not trying to go to Mexican jail. So I'm trying to de-escalate the situation. I'm like, listen, we need to calm this down. And we need to go inside and talk to the lady inside. He's like, yeah, you need to go talk to the lady inside. I'm not talking to you no more. I'm not talking to you no more. So the lady ends up coming out of the fucking, the receptionist part. She's like, what's going on? The guy's like, I'm not talking to this bitch no more. So I'm like, damn, bitch. So we end up going inside. The lady's like, okay, well, let me go talk to the guy, see what's going on, and then we'll figure this out. Obviously, he tells her about the tire. I can see him out the window pointing the tire, whatever. So she's like, yeah, it looks like there's damages on the car. We can give you a new car tonight, but we're gonna have to like charge you for the damages. She's like, we can't assess the damages tonight because our mechanic's not here, but tomorrow we can assess the damages. And then when you return the car at the end of your stay, we'll give you the amount that you owe, whatever. She's like, I don't owe shit. I don't owe shit. I did not do that. I did not do that. And I'm like, bro, you definitely did that. Like, I'm just sitting there like, bro, you definitely did that. I don't know why you trying to gaslight these people. Like, they don't know that you fucked that car up. Like, clearly they're like, I agree with them. They're not going to send a car out that does not have a hubcap and the rim is bent up. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Mind you, me and this girl had never had any issues in the past before. I've never even seen her act like this. So this was kind of a little bit off-putting to me. So I was getting annoyed. So I was like, can you just like comply with these people so we can get out of here, because honestly it's really late and we doing all this back and forth, we're not gonna get nowhere. Then she turns on me and she's like, honestly, I don't understand why I'm the one that's responsible for driving anyways. Like, you too old not to have a driver's license. Like, this don't make no fucking sense. And now I'm about to be held responsible for this car. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you knew I didn't have a driver's license when we came down here and you said that you were going to drive. So now all of a sudden you mad at me because I don't have a driver's license when you were the one who was speeding and knocked the hubcap off the car. So I'm trying to understand. But I'm like, listen, I'll go half on you for whatever happened to the car just so we can get out of here, whatever. So the lady's like, can you just sign this paper and we'll give you a car so you can leave tonight? But this paper is basically saying that you're going to be held responsible for the damages to the car. Da, da, da. She's like, I'm not signing that. I'm hot. I'm like, bro, just sign the paper. Just sign the fucking paper. So she's playing fucking charades with these people because she's trying to give them a bogus ass signature. She keeps putting like a line on the paper. Like, the lady's like, that's not your signature. You need to put your signature on the paper. Put your signature on the paper. She's like, that is my signature. That is my signature. So I look at him like, stop fucking playing with these people so we can get out of here. So she ends up putting her signature. Now she got an attitude the whole trip. This fucked the whole trip up because she looking at me like, oh, like, you didn't have my back at the rental car place, this, that, and the third. I'm like, how did I not have your back? You went in there trying to lie, bitch. Like, you literally went in there trying to gaslight these people, telling them that you did not fuck their car up when you clearly fucked their car up. Like, you should have went with my storyline, which was, it's not safe for us to be driving in the middle of Mexico in the middle of the night with a car that doesn't work properly. Like, I feel like that storyline would have worked a lot better for us than what you decided to come with. And you came in all hot and screaming at people and stuff. Like, you're not.
She got to file them out. But that's how you have to know who you travel with. You can't just travel with any and everybody. Because when you travel with any and everybody, that's what happens. And no shade to her, but seems like she was like, you know what, I digress. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to digress on that situation. I just think that some things and some people, yeah, I'm going to just, while I'm ahead, and we're going to go to one last one, because that one didn't give what I wanted to give, okay? So give me a minute, let me find the one that I want. And we can wrap it up for the night. Let me see. I'm trying to find it, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to find it for y'all. We go, oh, wait. Is this it? Is this it? Mm-hmm. Is this it? I think. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find her. See if I can find her. If I can't, I'm gonna have to go another way to find her. But I'm going to see if we can locate her. Let me see. There she go. Okay, let's play. Are y'all ready? Let's do it. Okay, y'all. That ain't it, y'all. Hold on. Let's do this. Okay. Where's that? Wait, where it went? See, going too much. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. I got to find it. I don't want the part one, part two, part three, one. I just want the part one. Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all. I don't think I'm gonna see it. And if I don't see it, I'm gonna see if to get it. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Look one more place, see if I see her. If I don't see her, then it is what it is, shorty. It is what it is. Da-da. Y'all searching with me? Is y'all searching with me? I'm trying to find her. I'm trying to find her. Come on. Search with me now. Why is it searching up, but it ain't searching yet? It's my pride. Mm-hmm. I don't understand either, but I don't think I see it. That's quite all right, y'all. That's quite all right. Let me just type in our name and see if I can find it that way. A-U-N. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, let's do it.
Tell me, what's the creepiest experience you ever had in your life, and why you still think about that moment?
Okay, so one of my experiences was back in 2020 in Tulum. I would never go back ever. We stayed in a tree house, one of the little tree house hotels. I think it was called like the Canaan or something. I don't remember. But from the very first day that we got there, just a whole bunch of stuff was going on, from like sounds to it was just a bunch of weird stuff going on. And our hotel room had no service. Like I had zero service, couldn't get no text, phone calls, nothing the entire time I was there. The only thing I was able to do though, which is really weird, I was able to watch movies and like shows on my phone, but I couldn't get no calls. So one of the days, my friend was asleep. I was on my phone and I couldn't sleep in there. At this point, so much stuff was going on that I had to sleep with the lights on. So I'm watching TVs till I can get tired and just go straight to sleep. And something was like, yo, turn around. And I look out the window and there's like a face in the
Oh no,
room,
ma'am.
right? It didn't look like a human face, but you can see that it was a face. It wasn't up against the window, but like you can see it, right? And like I'm turning, I'm looking, I'm like, if it was a person, you would have moved by now, right? It's not moving, it's just looking, right? And I'm just like, okay, put the covers over my head and I just went to sleep because I'm like, okay, I don't know what it is. I'm not getting up. I'm not gonna look. So I'm like, in the morning I'm gonna just check. And the way the room was set up, like I said, it was a tree house. The way it was set up,
No, ma'am.
nobody could be standing out there where that window is. There's nothing to stand on.
No,
Morning,
ma'am.
I looked, there was nothing there. The next day, it's about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I'm on my phone watching movies till it got late. And I was like, I'm gonna just go to sleep. I put my phone on the nightstand, went under the covers because again, I'm scared. Went under the covers, and my phone starts ringing. My phone has not rung the entire time I've been there.
No, ma'am.
And my phone started ringing. And I was like, I'd be damned if I reach up out of these covers to go answer the phone. So it stopped, right? I'm having flashbacks. The phone stopped. Like I said, I was not gonna come up from under them covers. The phone stopped. And like all of a sudden, like the sheets, like the bottom of the sheets, like they moved like a gush of wind had came and just blew it. Right when I tell you my fucking heart stopped,
Hello.
like I got so freaked out and I couldn't move. Like I felt paralyzed. So I'm sitting there like literally screaming, I guess in my head, because this person ain't wake up. So
Tell me, what's the creepiest experience you ever had in your life, and why you still think about that moment?
Hold on, y'all.
okay, so
All right,
one of my
it's
experiences.
replaying it again. Y'all, I didn't got so scared I couldn't even press. Let me cut this off. stop sharing. That means we gonna leave on that note tonight because you know what? That's why. See, let me do this. Let me do this, y'all. Let me do this, and I'm gonna do this real quick, and then we're gonna cut it off tonight. Okay? Yeah, something just came up. Okay. Okay, y'all. There is exotic um, Airbnb. Okay. I like to watch some YouTubers that like to go to all these exotic Airbnbs. Like they travel the states and they go to all these exotic Airbnbs. I will never be that girl. Let me not say never. Granny always say you never say never because the world will make a lie out of you. So I'm never gonna say never. But I don't believe so because I'm just when it comes to the supernatural, I don't like to fool with the supernatural. And I feel that there's a YouTuber that I watch, right? And she goes to all these exotic Airbnbs, right? And she went to one Airbnb and she filmed the Airbnb or whatever. And I'm looking at that Airbnb and I'm saying, girlfriend, because she travels by herself. She's a solo traveler. Okay. And she travels by herself. That's another thing, y'all. If I was to become, if no, I'm not going to even say it. Me and her be traveling together. But I would stay at hotels if I was traveling. I couldn't see me staying in nobody Airbnb. I couldn't even see it. But you know what? From always say never. But myself, and I could not see it. I could not see it. My near future, nowhere near me future. Okay. So she went in there, and I'm looking with her as she's showing us. She's doing the room tour, the house tour of this Airbnb. And this Airbnb, I won't say it because it's probably only one. But all of y'all saw the heard the cartoon way back in the day. It's called Old Lady That Lived in the Shoe. All right, then you know what I'm talking about. So she goes through and she does this whole tour of this this weird Airbnb. Well, it's not weird. It's extraordinary Airbnb. Okay. And as she's doing the tour, um, she's looking around, and these rooms are really, really little because it has to be little because of the way that I'm from the way that it's made. See, I'm throwing y'all hits, and if y'all caught it, y'all caught it. If y'all didn't, it went over y'all head. So, the so she um was showing all the little rooms, and all of them was in nicks and crannies because it has to get through. Have to get through this extraordinary Airbnb. Okay, so as she's showing the rooms or whatever, they looking really, really type of creepy to me. But that's just me. I'm from New Orleans. You go in our old houses, and there's some stories, okay, and they have some history, okay, and yeah, and I done heard some, history of people be sitting next to you and ain't nobody there. Okay, but we ain't gonna talk about it. I digress. I digress. I'm not gonna go there. But anywho, because I'm not a supernatural channel, I'm a travel channel. Okay, so she had did the whole house tour, whatnot, and she said she was about to cook dinner, and she was gonna come back on. Okay, so she did. She came back on. She cooked her dinner. She sat down. She ate a couple of bites with us. She said, "Well, I'm gonna go ahead, take my shower, and I'm gonna call it a night." The next thing I seen was this girl in her truck, and she was driving down the highway, and she said, "I'll talk to y'all in the morning." I grab my stuff as quick as I can and I'll talk to y'all in a minute. And she came back the next clip and she was at a Walmart, sleeping in a Walmart parking lot. Because she is also a van lifer. And she said she didn't wanna, sound like that person, but she knew she wasn't alone. And with her knowing she wasn't alone, she said she could feel it and she had to go. Now, child, I'm going to tell y'all this and I'm going to leave it alone and I'm about to get off of this thing. When you go to these extraordinary Airbnbs, allegedly, you have to be careful. Because a lot of things happen in these extraordinary Airbnbs. You know what? I digress. We going to go ahead and let y'all know that we are going to be doing a group trip for 2025 in September, going to Belize. And if you're interested, go to our Facebook group, Affordable Couples Travel Key to Travel, and check out that. And go ahead, put your email in there. We'll send you all the information. And I appreciate everybody who was in with me tonight. And I'll see y'all in our next video. And I'm out, and I thank y'all for the love. Good night.